Just so you guys know, we have a live show of this going. Okay. So this is down over here. We're live now. So hot lights are on.
I thought we were. What? All right.
Signs up. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Please stand for the presentation of our national colors. 2. Scout salute, hand over heart. Color guard, advance the colors. Please join in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard, post the colors. Two. Color guard, please take your seats. Please remain standing while Pastor Timothy Squires, pastor Old St. Andrew's Church, delivers the invocation.
Let us pray. Dear God, Spirit of life and love, creator of all things, it is good to be gathered here on the occasion of Kenneth Hall receiving his Eagle Scout Award. We are thankful the service he has given to his community and council. We are thankful for all those who made this day possible: merit badge counselors, unit leaders, fellow scouts, and most importantly for his family, his parents, Laura and Andy, his siblings, for we know that the trail to Eagle is often hard and lonely. We are thankful for his Eagle Scout project, which he has done here at Old St. Andrews with the labyrinth that is beautiful and engages the spirituality of all people. But most importantly, we are thankful for Kenneth's scouting career. May all that is holy hear our prayers. This we ask in your sacred name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Squires. Would everybody please be seated? I would now like to introduce Scott Voice, Eagle Scout Class 1980, Troop 93, Hazardville, Connecticut, who will serve as today's Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Aiden. Honored guests, families, scouts, scouters, fellow Eagle Scouts, and members of the Hall family. Welcome to today's Eagle Award ceremony for Kenneth Andrew Hall. It is my pleasure this morning to be the Master of Ceremonies for this auspicious occasion. First, a couple of administrative announcements. First, please take out your cell phones, put them on mute, please put them on vibrate. We've had ones in the past that have started singing songs and stuff in the middle of the ceremony. So please, you're in church, and it's an Eagle ceremony, solemn, please put them on silent or vibrate. In the event of a fire, exits are in the back and to the sides. Please exit across the street and form up in the parking lot. And on behalf of Ken and his family, we want to thank everybody for being here today. Scouts, Scouters, family, friends, and esteemed guests, I'd like to welcome you to this Eagle Court of Honor for Kenneth Andrew Hall. This is an occasion of pride and joy as well as a time for serious reflection. The Eagle Award is the highest recognition the Scouting has to offer to its Scouts. It is earned through the advancement program, with only a small percentage of young people attaining this rank. The wearer of the Eagle Award is the epitome of Scouting's best efforts and beliefs. Today we have the pleasure of celebrating Kenneth's attainment of the Eagle Award as he joins a company of fellow Scouts. At this time, I'd like to ask our honor guard, Jack Treon and Colin Howe, to please escort Eagle candidate Kenneth Hall to the front of the stage. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Rick Howe, former Scoutmaster, Troop 108 of Enfield, to open up the ceremony.
By the authority vested in me by the National Council of Boy Scouts of America, I hereby declare this Court of Honor open.
Thank you, Mr. Howe. Kenneth, along the trail of advancement, your Scoutmasters have given you advice and encouragement. I would like to now call upon Troop 108's acting Scoutmaster, Mr. Edward Howell, Eagle Scout, class of 2004, Troop 89, Warehouse Point, to come today to vouch for you. Sir, before presenting your Scout the Eagle Award, I would like to have your assurance that Kenneth has been faithful in serving his troop, in giving leadership to its Scouts, and in practicing the principles of Scout Oath, Scout Law, Scout Motto, and the Outdoor Code in his daily life. Based upon these qualifications, Mr. Howell, is your candidate worthy of the Eagle Award?
Yes, sir, he is.
Eagle candidate Kenneth Andrew Hall, what promise did you make when you became a tenderfoot Scout? Is there any reason why you should not repeat the Scout Oath here today in front of all assembled? Then give me a Scout sign and repeat the Scout Oath, please. Two.
Eagle Scout candidate Kenneth Andrew Hall, you have just recommitted yourself to the principles of the Scout Oath. You now have a new and more intense obligation to your church, community, and your troop. The knowledge of you gained in all areas of Scouting will be better enabled you to be prepared for the future and its challenges. The Scout motto, "Be prepared," now takes on special meaning.
Thank you, Mr. Howell. At this time, would Alex Munn, Eagle Scout Class 2024, Troop 108 Hazardville, Frank Toronto Jr., Eagle Scout Class of 2024, Troop 108 Hazardville, Thomas Toronto, Eagle Scout Class of 2024, Troop 108 Hazardville, come forward to help convey the responsibilities and the obligations of the Eagle rank to our Eagle candidate with the Eagle charge.
The first and foremost responsibility of Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a Scout is trustworthy is the very first point of the Scout law for good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor.
The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother Scouts make him pitch and carry his share of the load. All of these help build loyalty, which means devotion to community, country, to one's own ideas, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty.
The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men and women measure themselves and others. To a Scout, bravery meant not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right. Trusting in God, with faith in his fellow man, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red in the Eagle badge remind you of courage.
The fourth obligation of Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile, the red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up into a smile.
The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil at Scouting's trail, as others helped him to climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on new meaning when he enters adult life, continuing service to others. The Eagle Scout stands as a protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best.
Kenneth, you deserve much credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award, but wear your reward with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward.
Thank you, Alex, Frank, and Thomas. At this time, I now ask the Acting Scoutmaster, Edward Howe, Eagle Scout Class of 2004, Troop 89, Warehouse Point, to come forward to deliver the Eagle Challenge to Kenneth.
Thank you, Mr. Boyce. Kenneth, your conduct along the trail to Eagle has been excellent. You have dedicated yourself to the principles of scouting. But one more thing is important, your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other scouts of lower rank. You become an example in the community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would not only reflect upon you, but your fellow Eagles in scouting. The torch that you carry is not only yours, but it's ours also. Kenneth, I challenge you to enter the Eagle Brotherhood, holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideas and honor and service. By the reputation of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. Though those words that you are similar to those in which you joined scouting, they will mean more now than you could have ever meant at any time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty for the code of the Eagle Scout with the words that were closed with the Declaration of Independence. Will the following Eagle Scouts who are present today please stand? Scott Voice, Eagle Scout Class of 1980, Troop 93, Hazardville, Connecticut. Edward Howell, Eagle Scout Class of 2004, Troop 89, Warehouse Point, Connecticut. Colin Howe, Class of 2023, Troop 108, Hazardville, Connecticut. Alexander Munn, Eagle Scout Class of 2024, Troop 108, Hazardville, Connecticut. Alexander Turner, Eagle Scout Class of 2024, Troop 108, Hazardville, Connecticut. Thomas Triano, Eagle Scout class of 2024, Troop 108, Hazardville, Connecticut. Frank Triano Jr., Eagle Scout class of 2024, Troop 108, Hazardville, Connecticut. Joseph McLean, Eagle Scout class of 2025, Troop 108, Hazardville, Connecticut. I ask that if any other Eagle Scouts present for these proceedings today, please stand and identify yourself, year awarded, your Eagle rank, troop, and city. Okay. I now ask that all Eagle Scouts presented, please stand and join Kenneth as I administer the Eagle Scout promise. Eagle Scouts, please give the Scout sign and repeat after me. I, Edward Howell, reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example of my rank, and my influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship. In my troop and in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. 2, by the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my pleasure to announce you, Kenneth Andrew Hall, an Eagle Scout. May the oath that you have taken remain engraved in your heart forever. Thank you. Eagle Scouts, please be seated, except Kenneth.
You don't get to sit much today. You know that, right? Thank you, Mr. Howell. Again, I will ask you to come forward, please. Honor guards, please escort Mr. and Mrs. Hall to the front of the stage. By the virtue and the authority invested in me by the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America, I hereby award the rank of Eagle Scout to Kenneth Andrew Hall. Mr. Hall, would you please present Mrs. Hall with the Eagle pin? Mrs. Hall, would you please pin the Eagle medal on your son? Please join me in congratulating Kenneth Andrew Hall, Troop 108's 99th Eagle Scout, class of 2025. Kenneth, your mother has undoubtedly been a primary source of help in your scout work. She will help you carry on the standards of the award to the highest peak of attainment, since the very best is expected of an Eagle Scout. In exemplary conduct, character, achievement, and leadership ability. As a symbol of what your mother has made possible, this court now asks Kenneth to pin his mother's pin on his mom. Eagle Scout, it is customary to give your mother an eagle kiss. Kenneth, your father has undoubtedly been the primary source of help in your scout work. He will also help you carry the standards of the award to the highest peak of attainment, since the very best is expected of an Eagle Scout in exemplary conduct, character, achievement, and leadership ability. As a symbol of what your father has done for you, this court now asks you to present your father with his miniature eagle pin. Eagle Scout, it is also customary to give your father an eagle handshake. At this time, would the honor guards please come forward and escort Mr. and Mrs. Hall back to their seats? Okay. Okay. Kenneth, there are a few folks here today. I'd like to present a few letters and proclamations to recognize your achievement of Eagle Scouts, the highest award. First, I'd call up Councilor Lori Ungar from the town of Enfield to present a proclamation from the mayor.
Good morning. I want to say it's an honor and a privilege to be here for this great occasion. This proclamation is honoring Eagle Scout Kenneth Hall, Troop 108. Whereas Kenneth has progressed through the various levels of scouting to the status of Eagle Scout and has put forth a conscientious effort in earning 32 merit badges, including the Religious Award. And whereas Kenneth has enjoyed 47 nights of camping and hiked 30 miles. And whereas Kenneth has completed 60.5 hours of community service. And whereas Kenneth has demonstrated leadership and his commitment to service by creating a prayer labyrinth, which is a place for prayer and self-reflection. Now therefore, I, Ken Nelson Jr., Mayor of Enfield, on behalf of the Town Council and the Town Administration and the entire community, do hereby extend our congratulations to Kenneth in recognition of attaining Scouting's highest and most distinguished honor, the rank of Eagle Scout. Signed by Ken Nelson Jr., Mayor, May 31st, 2025. Congratulations. I'll leave this here for you.
Thank you, Councilor Ungar. This time, I'd like to call up Scoutmaster Edward Howe to read a proclamation from Connecticut Rivers Council.
There's two parts. First part is a certificate. The Boy Scouts of America is proudly award the rank of Eagle Scout to Kenneth Andrew Hall, Troop 108, Enfield, Connecticut, in recognition of successful completion of all requirements for Scouting's highest rank, November 25th, 2024. Now, second part, letters from Boy Scouts of America, Connecticut Rivers Council. Dear Kenneth, on behalf of the Scouts and leaders of the Connecticut River Council, Boy Scouts of America, please accept our warmest congratulations on your attainment of the Eagle Scout Award. As a recipient of the Eagle Scout Award, you can take a justified pride in earning Scouting's highest honor. Your achievement is a credit to you, your family, and many people who have assisted you. You now join the most select group, all of whom cherish the Eagle Award. The highest ethical standards and leadership skills which you have demonstrated are reflective of your support you have received from your family and Scouting volunteer leaders. Over the years, others will look upon you for the highest esteem. The old saying, once an Eagle Scout, always an Eagle Scout, will become an indelible part of your life, for the symbolize the finest of American youth. Signed by Sharon Smith, Chair, Robert Sanford, Council Commissioner, and Mark Schweitzer, Scout Executive CEO.
Thank you, Mr. Howe. Next, I'd like to call up our committee chair, Benjamin Parody, to read a proclamation from Senator Chris Murphy.
Dear Kenneth, it is with great pleasure that I congratulate you upon achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. This accomplishment requires an outstanding demonstration of leadership, perseverance, and commitment to serving others. following the tradition of generations of Eagle Scouts before you. I commend you on the completion of your training in the development and implementation of a service project that will have a profound impact on your community. I have no doubt that you will continue to excel as you enter the next phase of your life. You serve as an exceptional example of the capabilities of young people throughout our country and the state of Connecticut. I'm proud to represent you in the U.S. Senate. Congratulations again, and I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. Sincerely, Christopher S. Murphy, United States Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. Next, I'd like to call up Rick Howe, our former Troop 108 Scoutmaster, to read a proclamation from Congressman Joseph Courtney.
Dear Kenneth, it is a pleasure to congratulate you on achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, the highest rank in scouting. This accomplishment is a tribute to your hard work and perseverance. Only a small percentage of scouts ever achieve the rank of Eagle. The skills that you have gained in the Boy Scouts will serve you well throughout your lifetime and have taught you the importance of contributing to your community and nation. As your scouting motto proclaims, be prepared. You are now prepared for many of life's challenges, both personal and professional. You have joined an elite group of Americans who have gone forth and contributing members of society and government, business, and many other areas. Remember to use your scouting experience to serve as a positive example for others and to lead by that example. You are deserving of this honor and have a great deal for which to be proud. Congratulations on a job well done. Sincerely, Joe Courtney, Member of Congress.
You're welcome. All right, Kenneth. You got the second to the last one of this. For those who don't know, Mr. Gorman is a member of the American Legion Post 80. Post 80 is our current charter organization sponsor. One of their members used to own a trophy shop in Enfield called Awards and More. Unfortunately, it went out of business, and he had a bunch of Eagle plaques left over. Now, these are plaques they use for a number of things with the Legion. They use them anywhere else. He gave Mr. Gorman 10 of these, the big size, the large size. And Mr. Gorman said, I want the next 10 Eagle Scouts to get this. You're number 10 to get the last big one. A couple weeks ago, or actually a couple months ago, Mr. Gorman found two smaller ones that Mr. Schaefer had found in his possession, and he gave them to me. So the next two Eagle Scouts will get them. And after that, once they're gone, as they say. So on behalf of the troop and on behalf of Awards and More and the American Legion Post, it reads Eagle Scout Kenneth A. Hall, Troop 108, Hazardville, Connecticut, November 25th, 2024. I will also let you guys know, too, that the American Legion has asked us not to use Hazardville anymore. They want us to go to Enfield. So you'll see we all have our new patches on. So you're going to get the last plaque that says Hazardville, because at the time we were still part of Hazardville. So congratulations. I'll put this back in the box so it doesn't get ruined. Next. Councilor Undergard, please close your eyes for this. Or maybe you can help us. No, you can look. Frank and Thomas, you guys just graduated, right? Yes. What'd they say about this? They gave us no problem about it. Okay, I heard there's some other words mentioned too, in a positive note. Mr. Triano Senior, you want to tell us what the positive notes were that I heard?
Many people that were actually attending and several of their classmates were actually very impressed and actually did not know they were Eagle Scouts. And everybody who asked was very impressed, and actually it was a wonderful symbol of something that was achieved today. That was not bragged or something unexpected. It was a wonderful truth.
On the graduating class, they were the only two Boy Scouts or Eagle Scouts.
The only two in their entire class at the time of graduation.
At the time of graduation, correct. All right. And that was what, Northwest Catholic?
Yes.
All right. Counselor, I'm going to say this. Please don't take offense, but with the new superintendent, we have not approached him yet to see if these are okay and approved. We had an Eagle Scout last year award during graduation at Enfield High, and he got a little bit of static. And he basically said, well, go ahead and suspend me. I'm graduating anyway, so whatever it was. Oh, we were reaching out, but I do want to present Ken with his graduation cord. I mean, a lot of the graduates from high school, athletics, scholars, sports, things like that get recognized. This is an Eagle cord. I want you to wear it proudly to graduation a year from now, correct? You're still a junior, right? Yeah. All right. So I will put this on you. And hopefully we'll get the approval to wear it, but if not, we'll get you suspended. You just wear it. I'll work with you, counselor, and we'll see if we can get it squared away, get the approval. All right, this time, is there anybody else in the audience who would like to make a presentation or say a few words to Kenneth on the celebration of his Eagle Scout? All right, seeing none. Ken, now it's time to hear from you, buddy. Hold on. I'll do that. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor and privilege to present to you Kenneth Andrew Hall, Troop 108's 99th Eagle Scout.
Thank you all for coming and being here today. I'm very honored to have all you here to celebrate this achievement with me. As I stand here today, I can't help but think back to where this journey began. Boy Scouts has been a large part of my life for as long as I can remember. Being 6 years old as a Cub Scout in Pack 391 is one of my earliest memories as a Scout. After my time in Scouts, I moved on to Troop 108, where one of our campouts was Mount Monadnock. After a long hike to the top where the trail felt more like a vertical wall than anything else, we reached the summit and the view is incredible. This is what inspired my passion for the outdoors and all it has to offer. Following this experience, I went on numerous hikes and camping trips with my family and friends, each one giving me a new perspective on the challenges and rewards of being outdoors. Along the way, I have had the support of so many incredible people. First off, I would like to thank the Scouts and dedicated leaders of Troop 108 who have guided me for many years throughout my Eagle Scout journey. In addition to the troop, I've been blessed with an amazing church community that has helped me throughout my scouting career through participation in numerous fundraisers and hosting and donating to the creation of my Eagle Scout project, which was elaborate. Finally, I would like to thank my parents for their time and encouragement, especially my dad for stepping up and becoming a troop leader and going to campouts and other scouting events with me. Looking back on my scouting journey, it's not just about the badges or the challenges. It's about the lessons I have learned, the people I have met, and the way I have grown along the way. Earning Eagle Scout is a big accomplishment, but it's just one part of the journey. I'm so thankful for everyone who has taught me lifelong lessons, and I'm looking forward to what's next and will keep carrying these lessons I learned with me. Thank you. Yeah. So they have the mentor pin, and I wanted to present it to Mr. Turner, if he could come up here. Mr. Turner has been like pretty much my day one in Scouts. He's like been a leader in my dens and and obviously he's a leader in Troop 108 now. And he's always been there, and he makes campouts more fun. And yeah, he's just a great leader in general. And I look up to him, and yeah.
Thank you, Kenneth. I'd like to ask Mr. Rick Howe to come forward to close out this court of honor.
I hereby declare this National Court of Honor closed.
Yeah, he had the toughest part. I had to send the script ahead of time so he could memorize that. On behalf of Kenneth and his family, I'd like to thank everyone for attending today. I'd like to invite everyone to join Kenneth and his family outside the church doors here for a receiving line and a reception to follow afterwards. At this time, Senior Patrolleer Aiden Howe, please come forward and take charge.
Scouts and leaders, please rise and prepare to recite the Scout Law. Scout sign. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Would everybody please rise? Would Pastor Timothy Squires please come forward to deliver the closing benediction? Scouts, prepare for prayer.
Kenneth, two things. First of all, maybe I'll have you preach a sermon at church. You did quite well. And secondly, on behalf of Old St. Andrew's Episcopal Church, I want to thank you for the Eagle Scout project that you put in place here at this parish. It is a beautiful labyrinth, and I know that for years that has been a desire of this community to have it, and you did an amazing project. You're an amazing leader, and we give thanks to God every day for who you are as a part of this community. So thank you. Let us pray. Gracious God, an Eagle Scout Court of Honor marks the end of one journey and the commitment to another. A commitment to better scouting where all may participate, a commitment to better citizenship, and a commitment to be an example of leadership to all. Bless all of Kenneth Hall's future endeavors. Walk with him wherever his life takes him, and give him your strength, your compassion, your wisdom, and your love. And may all of us gathered here be committed to scouting's ideals, which instruct us to lead better lives. May we, like Kenneth, always follow our own trails, discovering who we are by striving into the unknown. May God be with us all until we meet again. Amen.
Scouts, families, and honored guests, as the national colors are retired, please remain standing and wait for the official party to depart. Kenneth and his family will be in the church for the receiving line right after the ceremony. Color guard to your posts. Scout salute or hand over heart. Color guard, retire colors. Two.
Can we put these chairs away somewhere?
Yeah,
Or
we're
where
going
they
to
go?
clear it out.
Oh, okay.
Yep, perfect. Thank you. All right, so the church flag.
You have some food too. How are you?